Hey guys, it's Allison again. I just want to apologize because I apologize at the beginning of every video, but if you hear background noise of snoring, that is my husband because he's asleep on the couch behind me. So yeah. So this is a 12 by 12 layout. What I'm starting with doing here is using clear embossing ink by Tim Holtz. Sorry if you can hear my husband. And clear embossing powder and stamping these tiny little hearts on white cardstock. So that's why you see my head a lot, because it's hard to see them because they're clear, and then now I'm embossing them and you're going to see like my whole head slash face because it's really, really hard to see them because they are clear on white cardstock. So yes, this is me embossing them and looking kind of confused because it's really hard to see them. And the top one in the left corner is a little bit colored because I didn't clean my stamp beforehand, but I didn't want to waste an entire sheet of cardstock. So I was just like, whatever, you probably won't notice when the layout's done anyway, which you totally don't. I'm pretty sure it gets covered up. So yes, so this is just me embossing the bottom. I just did like a stripe of hearts up the middle, and this stamp is by My Mind's Eye from the Cut and Paste collection. I just got it from Peachy Cheap like a couple years ago, a big set of My Mind's Eye stamps. So now I'm using gelato and water, just using the packaging technique, and I do use my paintbrush a bit because what I'm trying to do is like that resist thing, which is harder to see in the video. You can see it a bit, but I think it would work slightly better with watercolors. It does work, but with watercolors, I think it would work slightly better. So yeah, right now I'm just using the packaging and the blue gelato, and what you see me doing here is just kind of like blending out the paint, or not the paint, the gelato, and like if there's any like chunks, because you know how like sometimes when you use gelatos, like little chunks of it get on your paper. So I was just blending any of those out because I didn't want any of them. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm just like pushing them into the thing there. So yeah, I'm just doing sorry about the snoring. I'm just doing the gelato where I have all those hearts. So now what I'm doing is I'm just trying to get them all covered because I don't want any of them to not be covered. Sorry about my head, by the way. I don't know if I should keep apologizing for the fact that my head ends up in videos or just accept it and move on. So now I'm using some Mr. Huey's Mist and just doing a little bit of, I don't know what this is called. I call it something different every video, but like flicking of the mist onto it. And one of them, see on the bottom there, one of them gets smudged up, which sucks. I also matted this on a piece of paper from the Oh Darling collection by Crepe Paper while it was drying, which is probably why that one smudged, but yeah. Sorry about the snoring. I just matted it on like a blue piece and cut it down a bit because it was starting to bend up quite a bit because I didn't use any gesso, which kind of makes it bend anyway, but I didn't use any gesso because I didn't want it to, I didn't know how it would work with like embossing and stuff. So I just have that little bag there, which I do use, and some papers. That first one I used is from, sorry, I was just moving on my chair. It's from like Amy Tan or something. It's just like some scraps. Most of this is scraps. This sheet that I'm using now is from Pink Fresh Studio, and I'm just ripping it. And that bag is, I got it when I bought those doilies from Paper Issues. This sheet is from the Open Book collection. Something I've realized about green, because I'm trying to use green because there's green in the tree that my daughter is climbing in this picture. Something I've realized about green is that I don't like it very much. Especially like in a layout where I'm specifically trying to use green. Don't like it that much at all. So yeah, I'm trying to use all these papers I pulled out, but I realized that green is like a little bit, because I actually kind of like the green in the Open Book collection. I don't really like lime green, but yeah, I've realized that green is just like a little bit too fallish, because this is like a summer picture. She's climbing a tree. So yeah, I just used that piece from the Amy Tan, I think it's from the Rise and Shine collection. And then I'm just looking through this pad, which is stitched, and then I'm going back to the Rise and Shine because I'm like, it needs more. And then I go to my scraps and I look for something else, and I find this piece, which is from Dear Lizzie. It's the back of like a really nice one. I mean, it's nice too, but it's just plain. So from Dear Lizzie, and I keep a little bit of the browning strip in there. I'm trying to think if I want to rip the top or not here, but I decide not to. And then I'm like, it still doesn't pop that much. So then I find that gray piece from the stitched collection, and I really like it. And then I put this down, and I'm like, and I turn it sideways, and I like that better. Then I just cut it down a tiny bit, and then I pop it up on some foam tape. I ran out of pop dots. I like pop dots more than foam tape just because, one, they pop it up a little bit more. Like, I'm okay with it not really being popped up that much, and two, you can shove stuff underneath the picture because it was like to add layers in afterwards, and I find it really hard to do that with foam tape. So I don't know. I never think of buying pop dots when I put in orders online, so I really just need to get some when I go to Michael's. So I just used that little jackalope thing from the open book collection, and I was looking at that arrow that I pulled out a million years ago and had stuck to my craft mat, but then I decided not to use it. I'm just looking at all my crepe paper chipboard pieces because I always look at them first because I find that it's rare to use them, so if I can, I will. So yeah, I really like the color of that jackalope thing. So now I'm just looking through my embellishments, and I find this piece that I cut off one on a Project Life card, and it's just one of the Amy Tangerine stitched flowers, but it's just like the little leaves and one little bud that I cut off of one of them, and I just kept it because I'm a hoarder, and it ended up working out because I like it there. So now I'm just going through my embellishments. I sped it up a lot because I seriously tried every single one on that piece of paper. And now I'm going through the gray ones. I don't find anything. And then this is a doodlebug. These are doodlebug doilies, which I just got. That's why. You'll see them in a haul once I upload it. I'm just waiting for one more order to come. But yeah. Yeah, I was just making sure there wasn't more than one there. With doilies, it's sometimes tricky. But I just end up using half of it on this one. And I don't use my tape runner because I learned my lesson with that. Yes, and then I just use a little bit underneath, but not using it on the actual doily because that will rip it. So this is just me looking through. I don't use a lot of ephemera on this one, actually, like barely any. So yeah, now I'm just gluing down that little leaf, and I'm trying to like stick these things under here, but yeah, this one I do end up using, which I like, and that one. I really see that green of the beautiful I don't love, but I just wanted to use it because I needed to use green, and I like that one. So that the summertime, I think that says. I'm not sure. I can't read it. My editing screen is tiny, but that one that I'm gluing down right now is from Summer Vibes, I believe, and then the beautiful one is from the Chamel Lovely collection, I think. So now I'm just looking for words for thickers because I realize I want to put my title down before I put any more stuff down. And I try to use these ones, but then I realize it looks stupid with the lowercase and uppercase, but it doesn't have the option in this one. Like, just some letters are uppercase and some are lowercase. So I don't know. I've been trying to use that one for a long time. It used to be like one of my favorite sets, and then I don't know. So this is a set from Amy Tangerine. I don't remember the name of it. Actually, I think it's called Alex, weirdly enough. I don't know why I remember that. So I don't have any E's left in this, and I want it to say tree. So I put 2 F's, and then I cut down an I. I probably should have cut something that I wouldn't use, but an I was easiest, and I wouldn't have any weird leftover bits. So yeah, so I make it say tree. And the stripes are going the other direction from the rest of the letter, but you can't really tell, and I don't really care that much anyway. So yeah, and then I'm using these gray thickers that I don't know what collection they're from, but it just says gonna say tree climber, and I have a lot of trouble with this M because it's just funky. So I end up just kind of leaving it sort of weird because I couldn't get it to go perfect. And then I think I'm just looking for a few more things to put down. Yeah, I was just pulling out tiny word stickers and photo stickers. And then I pulled out this frame from the oh, what is that called? It's a crepe paper chipboard. It's, oh, I don't remember the name of this. Let me look. It's from, I'm looking at it, and I still don't remember. What is your name? I don't remember. Craft Market. That's the one. Craft Market. And the other half of the frame just fell out of it. So I use that Hello. That's by Simple Stories. I don't know what collection it's from anymore because I have so many of those stickers. But it's from Simple Stories. I use that Hello. So the title of this is just Tree Climber, but it kind of looks like Hello Beautiful Tree Climber, which I like. And I'm using these stickers from the Open Book collection. Actually, just one sticker. And then this is from the Poolside collection by Crepe Paper. I sort of wanted to move it and then try to pull it up, and then I realized that doily would rip if I pulled it up. So tip when putting things on doilies, don't try to rip them up after, because I move everything like 9 times, so be sure. I put these on, these little dots from Amy Tangerine, and I totally end up taking them off, which you don't see because my video actually cuts out at the end. You don't miss much, just me putting on some tiny word stickers and some enamel dots, but there's some still shots at the end. I didn't realize that it cut off until I was finished, so there's some still shots at the end, and then you can look at my blog if you want to see the pictures for longer. Yeah, this little butterfly is from Simple Stories I Am, and I just put some pop dots under the wings so that it would stay up. And I liked it better next to the jackalope, but I felt like it was just awkward because they were both animals, but like too similar in size, even though they wouldn't be, and also they were facing completely different directions. It just looked awkward to me. So now I'm using these flowers from the new Chamel collection that I never remember the name of. Something Times, maybe? I'm not sure. And these end up getting moved around a bit too. I take those Amy Tan things off and I move, see where I'm putting that now? I move that little bottom flower to there, which you don't see. And then these are Amy Tan stitched stickers. And I really want to use this one because the color goes really well, but it was too square and big, so it doesn't go on there. But I use a ton of those tiny word stickers because they're silver, which is the metallic color in my layout. I don't really like to mix silver and gold. I do it once in a while, but mostly not. So I just put a bunch of these tiny words all over the place. My husband is snoring still. Yeah, so you didn't see everything, but here are some close-ups, and I hope you guys liked this video. Sorry it cut off, I didn't notice. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. Bye!